Hi, welcome back. This is still the Premier League preview show. It's time for the FPL zone. Now, we need to understand something. In life, there are men, and there are masters, and there are teachers, and there are guides, and there are gods. And right about now, it is time I introduce you to the Lord of all things Fantasy League, the teacher who has the tips to help your chips shine, the person who will let you beat your friends, the person who makes all things make sense in the world of the Fantasy League. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the one, the only, the master, the myth, the legend, the oracle himself, Daniel Koranteng. Lap it all up, master. How are you doing, master?
Hi, Nathan. I'm very good.
It's nice to see you again.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Great to be here.
Great to be. That's wonderful. Yeah. Last week, you shared great tips of wisdom. Those who followed benefited.
Of course.
Those who did not heed the words of wisdom were involved in a lot of weeping and gnashing of teeth. Today, what have you got to tell us?
I shine my light on the path, and if you follow, it only leads to good things.
All right. So
let's see this piece of paper.
Yes, it holds all the secrets. I can
Everything
imagine.
you need.
Okay.
Everything you need for this particular game week. First player we're talking about this week is Pedro.
Pedro?
Yeah.
Pedrito Rodriguez?
Pedro.
Okay.
Formerly of Barcelona, now of Chelsea. Chelsea take on Norwich away from home. This is a game where I expect a lot of goals. These are both teams who love attacking football, and both teams have or do not have the best of defenses. Obviously, Pedro is yet to score, but if you look at his position, he's had a lot of chances, especially in that game against the last game against Leicester City. Had a couple of very good opportunities. So don't be surprised if he gets off the mark in this particular one. Next player is Harry Kane of Tottenham Hotspur.
Right.
He's a man on fire. He obviously had a curse on him. I lifted that curse in the opening week, and he scored 2 goals. Expect that good home form to continue. Newcastle are struggling to keep clean sheets. They are all over the place. They are still in transition, and this is a fantastic game for anyone who wants to get points. Obviously, we all want to get points, to jump on Harry Kane, because he is the man for this particular weekend. I'm tipping him. He's my captain pick for this particular weekend, Harry Kane. Then Anthony Martial of Manchester United.
Tony Martial.
Yeah. Now he's leading the line for Manchester United. 2 goals in 2 games. Been playing extremely well. He's lasted both games, unlike Rashford, who's been taken off. So if you are looking, or you want to choose between the two, I suggest Martial, because in the 2 games we've looked at, it has looked like he is the one who stay the longer time on the pitch. And obviously, if you're on the pitch, the likelihood of you getting goals becomes higher. He's doing very, very well. Crystal Palace they're also a struggling side. Manchester United look like they are on form, especially at home. Opening game of the season, beat Chelsea by 4 goals to 0. Expect that home form to continue, and expect Martial to be at the center of that. Then the next player, I spoke about this man last week. A lot of people laughed it off, but you cannot laugh at your teacher, or you go and you pay. Pukki scored a hat-trick
Timo Pukki
last week after I blessed him. Went out there against
So
Newcastle.
are you saying that he could get goals against Chelsea?
Trust me. Look, as I said, this game looks like it will produce a lot of goals. Chelsea's defense is all over the place. Second most goals conceded this season. They conceded 5 already, 4 against Manchester United, 1 at home last week. So outside West Ham, they have the worst defense in this particular league. And you look at how Norwich play, they create a lot of chances, and expect this man to be at the end of it. Obviously, Chelsea's defense is going to be cut open a couple of times. So will Norwich's defense, hence my opting for Pedro. So these are 2 guys who, especially in this particular game, will get their names on the score sheet or get you a couple of good points there. And then Raheem Sterling. He's somebody that, look, if you have him, keep him to the end of the season. He's the one, and it looks like on the basis of what we've seen so far this season, Community Shield, in inclusion, he looks like that constant figure in the Manchester City team, especially in their front line. He looks like a lot of things will be passing through him, and he'll be at the end of a lot of things. Already scored a hat-trick in the opening game, got another one last week in a very tough game against Tottenham Hotspur. And now he's going to play against a team that he loves playing against, Bournemouth. He scored tons of goals against Bournemouth since they came back to the Premier League. It's away from home, but with Manchester City, home and away doesn't really mean anything. Bournemouth had a terrible pre-season, especially at home. They continued their poor form in the opening game, conceding a last-minute goal against Sheffield United. So look, their defense is not the best out there. They are still struggling in terms of personnel. So expect Manchester City to have a good game. And obviously, if City are doing well, Sterling will be doing well. Now, the last player is a gift. he's not necessarily part of my, or he wasn't part when I consulted the gods. But I spoke to him earlier this morning. Paul Pogba.
Okay.
Look, Pogs is pissed.
He's upset.
Yeah, you know what happened to him during the week.
Yeah,
the
all this
abuse,
penalty
everything. Look,
controversy.
we had a long 2-hour chat this morning. And if you know what is good for you, put Pogs in your team. Look, the last time
so meaning that Palace will really be getting it.
Palace are going to get it, and everything is going to come from Paul Pogba. We spoke, and he said, tomorrow we will see. That's exactly what he told me.
Okay.
Look, the last time I mentioned Pogba on the Fantasy League was last season in December, right before Manchester United faced Cardiff. And I said that I'd spoken to him, and you leave him in your team for at least 7 weeks, and he'll come through for you. And what happened? He did exactly that. We've spoken, and this is a gift I'm giving you.
Okay.
It's a free gift from the Oracle, Paul Pogba.
We'll see about that. Thank you very much, Daniel Koranteng. So you've heard the names: Pedro Kane, Martial, Pukki, Sterling, and the gift, which is Paul Pogba, who is Daniel Koranteng's cousin. For those who do not know, this is free background info we are giving you there. But thank you very much, Daniel. We'll do this again next Friday.